Hi, welcome to this week's Fragment Friday. I'm filming this really quickly on a Thursday night because tomorrow morning I am flying to Virginia to visit my sister. So I'm going to do this really quickly tonight. This week I'm going to be reading from Personal Demons. I really like this book. You can check out my review on the blog. I'm going to read from the first chapter. I'm speaking really fast, I just noticed, but okay. So first chapter. It's called Original Sin, and it starts off with Luke's point of view. Hold on. Twitter. Oop, that didn't close it. Okay, so Original Sin, Luke. If there's a hell on earth, it's high school. And if there's anyone distinctly qualified to make that statement, it would be me. I draw a deep breath, mostly out of habit since demons don't have to breathe. Then look up at the threatening sky, hoping it's a good omen, and pulling down the heavy security door. College. The dingy halls are quiet since the first bell rang almost 5 minutes ago. It's just me, the metal detector, and the hunched wisp of a security guard in a rumpled blue uniform. He hauls himself out of his cracked plastic chair, looks me over, and scowls. "You're late. ID," he says in a 3-pack-a-day rasp. I stare him down for a few seconds. Sure, I could blow him over with a whisper, and I can't suppress a smile when beads of sweat spread on his pasty forehead. I'm still glad to see I've still got the touch, even though I'm really getting sick of this job. 5 millennia in the same gig will do that to a demon. For this trip, though, the fact that failure will result in dismemberment in the fiery pit is all the motivation I need. "New," I say. "Put your bag on the table." I shrug, showing him my hands. "No bag." "Give me your belt," Stud set off the detector. I pull off my belt and toss it at the old man as I walk through the metal detector. He hands it back and hacks. "Go straight to the office." "No problem," I say, already walking away. I slide my belt back on and push through the office door. It bangs sharply off the cracked walls, and the ancient receptionist looks up, startled. "Can I help you?" The office is just as drab and poorly lit as the halls, except for the brightly colored notices that cover every inch of plaster like the psychedelic wallpaper. There's a nameplate declaring the receptionist's name is Marion Seagrave, and I swear I can hear her joints creak as she pulls herself out of her chair. She's got more wrinkles than a Shar Pei and the requisite, short, blue, curly hair of all 100-year-old woman. Her round body is clad in the uniform of the ancients, turquoise polyester slacks and a matching floral blouse neatly tucked in. I meander up to the counter and lean toward her. "Luke Kane, first day," I say, flashing my winning smile, the one that always keeps mortals just a little bit off balance. She stares for just a second before finding her voice. "Oh, welcome to Hayden High, Luke. Let me pull up your schedule." She bangs on her computer keyboard and the printer buzzes to life. It spits out my schedule. The same schedule I've had for the last 100 years since the advent of the modern education system. I do my best to feign interest as she hands it to me and says, "Here it is, and here your locker number and combination too. You'll need to bring in an admit slip from each of your teachers and bring it back here at the end of the day. You've already missed homeroom, so you should go right to your first class. Let's see. Yes, senior English with Mr. Snyder. Room 616. That's in building 6, just out the door to the right." "Will do," I say, smiling. It won't hurt to stay on the administration's good side. You never know when they might be useful. The bell rings as I make my way out the door into the now bustling halls, and the scent of the seat of teenage humanity hits me in waves. There's the tangy citrus of fear, the bitter garlic of hate, the anzy of envy, and ginger. Lust. Lots of potential. I work in acquisitions, but it isn't usually my job to tag them, just to sow the seeds and start them down the fiery path. I get them going on the little ones. Starter sins, if you will. Not enough to tag their souls for hell, but enough to send them in our direction eventually. I don't even need to use my power. Not that I'd feel guilty if I did. Guilt isn't in the demonic repertoire of emotion. It just feels more honest when they come to the sin of their own violation. Can't speak today. Again, not that I care about being honest, it's just too easy the other way. In truth, the rules are clear. Unless their souls are tagged, we cannot force mortals to do anything out of character or manipulate their actions in any ways. For the most part, all I can do with my power is cloud their thoughts, blur the lines between right and wrong just a little. Anyone who says the devil made them do it is feeding you a line. I stroll the halls, taking in the scent of teenage sin, so thick in the air I can taste them. All 6 of my senses buzz with anticipation, because this trip is different. I'm here for one soul in particular, and as I make my way towards Building 6, a crackle of red-hot energy courses through me. A good sign. I take my time walking slowly through the throng and scoping out prospects, and am the last to arrive in class, just as at the bell. Room 616 is no brighter than the rest of the school, but at least an attempt has been made at decorating. Princess Shakespeare's plays, only the tragedies I notice grace the walls. The desks are grouped in twos and are nearly full. I walk up the center aisle to Mr. Snyder's desk, holding out my schedule. He turns his slender face toward me, glasses perched just at the tip of his long, straight nose. Luke Kane, I need an admit slip or something, I say. Kane. He rakes a hand through his thinning gray hair and scans down his class roster, finding my name. Here you are. He hands me a yellow admit slip, a composition book, and a copy of The Grapes of Wrath, and looks at his roster again. Okay, you'll be seated between Mr. Butler and Miss Kavanagh, he says. Then he stands, pushing up his glasses and smoothing the unsmoothable creases in his white button-down and khakis. All right, class, he announces, we're shifting seats. Everyone from Miss Kavanagh up will shift one seat to your right. You all have a new essay partner for the rest of the semester. Many of the good little lemmings grumble, but they do as they're told. I sit in the seat Mr. Snyder motions to between Mr. Butler, a tall, skinny kid with glasses, bad skin, and obvious self-esteem issues, and Miss Kavanagh, whose sapphire blue eyes stare straight into mine. No self-esteem issues there. I feel the play of hot electricity under my skin as I stare back, sizing her up. And her size is definitely petite, with wavy, sandy blonde hair that she's tied in a knot at the base of her neck, fair skin, and fire. Definite prospect. Our desks are grouped together, so it looks like I'll have plenty of opportunity to feel her out. I'm going to leave you with that because I need to go pack since I have to leave really early in the morning. So that's it. Sorry, I got interrupted. Roommates ran in. But come back next week. Hopefully I'll have another Fragment Friday. Keep saying that. It seems to be a bi-weekly event for me. So, Personal Demons, check it out. Adios.